All right. I just noticed a sentence. People on the recording who just started watching. We might get something neat. Which makes sense for the characters, and I like it because we're exploring something new and exciting. Trish then coughed, orienting herself as she stared at Olivia's wheelchair like a deer caught in the headlights. Before I say anything, I just want to say that I want to give my respect to you. You as a paraplegic that I know of. Olivia hung her head back, letting out a loud sigh in frustration that was completely silent. How is it a heavy sigh if it's silent? Before looking back with a frown, could you answer my question? Trish looked taken aback, peering down as she nodded awkwardly. Alright, well, for starters, he's Fang's sibling. He's her brother! He's just her brother. Or their brother, I guess. Like, the reason Fang is called a sibling is because Fang is non-binary and brother and sister don't apply because those are the binary terms. He's a brother. Okay? He is not anything other than a cishet male. Until he gets with Anon! Then it'll be cis home. Actually, I don't think that's how that works. And he's always causing trouble for us, them. Olivia asks, cutting off Trish's attack on the English. It's not that fucking bad, idiot. Jesus. Like, why is pronoun the hill you're gonna fucking die on? First off, the idea of like singular third person, they, them, already existed. Secondly, it's language. You are using the term pogchamping, you motherfucker. You're the asshole here. If anything. No, but pogchamping isn't new, then why isn't they them? If language is flexible, why can't it be made flexible? Or made more flexible. I don't know. I'm just very angry about this because this is so fucking weird to do if you've already done it. And also, your English sucks, author. The reason I kind of let them get away with it in the Snoot game is the English is mostly very good. It's probably a fault here and there because, you always make a couple of mistakes to slip by. But, like, they've earned it. They've earned it. And also, Anon's a fucking asshole. So he gets to do it. There are reasons for it, and I'm okay with it. I'm willing to let Anon be a fucking asshole because that's who he is. Like, Anon should be better than this. At this point. Or at least not care. Be like, eh. Also, you dated that woman. Person. Like, it made sense when he wasn't... At this point, Anon, this doesn't make sense for you to say. Olivia should be the one saying this because she's new to the concept. Right? Why can't Olivia have the fucking lines you clearly want her to have? Or that clearly belong to her? Yeah, Anon, the reason you shouldn't say mean stuff is because you're a Gary Stu, you're a Mary Sue. You're Mary Sue. You're such a great Gary Stu, you can be called a Mary Sue and it's fine. You're perfect. You can't do fucking wrong. Trish is intimidated and thrown out. You're perfect. Perfect. Second try, perfect run. S rank, marvelous. Triple S, triple X, triple whatever. They get whatever, platinum, triple platinum, or whatever. I don't know. Ranks are weird. Them, Olivia asked, cutting off Trish's attack on the English. How is it an attack on the English language instead of a pre-existing condition? As I realized, this was the first time the baryonyx was exposed to these concepts. What? You never talked about your previous life's girlfriend, Anon? Come on, man. Share your love life. Olivia, before I was born as a composacosexual, I used to date this non-binary girl. The hell's non-binary? Oh, listen, this is a whole goddamn story. You won't believe it. Anon, I'm like 3 years old. Don't worry about it. You'll get it. This is gonna be ugly. Why? Can't Olivia just be chill with it? Like, what is stopping Olivia from just being like, oh, okay, I don't care. You can be ambivalent instead of loving or hating it, I mean, I guess he knows Olivia well enough to know what she's going to go with. Who's them? What do you mean by Fang? Like, didn't she already put this together in the last one? Where this... Your teacher in the last class, in fourth period, in science class, the teacher called, you know this, Olivia, you know this. Whoa! I got 10 big stars, 10 small stars. Silent Hill, let's go. Olivia tilted her head. I thought Nas's sister was Lucy. Trish seemed to be losing her cool. Her teeth gritted all the while, meagerly attempting to maintain the facade of calm. After all, it'd be bad optics to be yelling, well, hold on. Well, what you say, Frank is non-binary, and Lucy is her name. Trish smiled as if with pride. I mean, listen, I'm all for that stuff, but this is where it gets bad. As in, where Trish oversteps the boundaries and the lines and it gets weird. I help them discover their true self, and I kind of like the idea that Trish is pulled between, like, being an ally and being nice, and, like, I always got the impression that that Trish did this non-binary stuff because it gave her something to wield as a cudgel. Like, she doesn't actually believe in any of that stuff. It's just convenient for her. And it helped her, get Fang into an interesting new... It was all convenience. It was never about Fang. And as a result, being confronted with Olivia should be this moment where she, like, realizes, fuck, I actually have to try, and I can't. Point for interesting events to happen. That's a fun story to write. Trish being... I mean, to be honest, I had in the new verse, there are two big chapters, and, like, the first one is, like, Trish. And I always had the idea of, like, Trish is either a trans man, and, like, the awakening changed her. No, trans woman, because she is a girl by the time Anon arrives. And that'd be a fun thing to talk about. Especially because it's like an extreme. And it's always fun to talk about extremes. Because they are extreme! You know what I mean. Olivia wasn't listening. I mean, to be fair, she's been listening to Naomi all fucking day. Olivia's listening budget is just... bleh. Pondering as she peered down. Pondering, peered down, pondering. So that's what Nasser's been dealing with. I mean, admittedly, Olivia would probably know, because, again, Olivia's been talking to Nasser a lot when he was over during that. However, I was under the impression the non-binary stuff is fairly recent, to the point that this would not have been the case 5 years ago when it was a meteor bowl. However, I would understand that Lucy being fucking weird was part of that discussion. So he's like, oh, so this is the new thing. Would be a better way to do it, because that way you imply all those conversations she had. Like, oh, that's the thing of the moment, huh? I don't know. I feel like you could do this better, make it sexier, smooth and slick. If I ever do an extreme stream, I will do it in a monster truck. I'll hire one. We'll drive over some cars and get caught by Carzilla. I don't know if streaming getting eaten by Carzilla it counts as vor, but we're gonna find out. A pause, and then Trish finally lost it. The hell is that supposed to mean? Reed finally acted, gently grasping the Triceratops. Whoa, Trish! My vibe! Stop harshing them! Chill out! The Velociraptor urged as Olivia looked at me, completely disregarding the Triceratops freakout. I'm not saying those words, sorry. That's just a personal choice I'm making. You can say them as much as you want. But I know what it's really about. And someone I know will kick my ass if I tried. Actually, I know multiple people that would try to kick my ass if I try. Just for that sentence. Senator, I might lose you, but I will gain a powerful new core audience. Only if... Listen, I'm in the car that Carzilla's eating, okay? He's eating a monster truck, I'm in the monster truck streaming. Are they voring the audience of the stream? I'll be back at the desk. The baryonyx flatly stated as I nodded. I like how Olivia doesn't feel like an introvert, but just, like, capable of everything. Turning herself to wheel away. Why not just roll backwards, Olivia? Just roll backwards. Like a rewind. Also, it looks cooler because you're, like, staring at her. Yeah, nice art from nice friends. There we go. Alright, let's move on. I then looked back to Reed and Trish. Hey, listen. I decided to extend an olive branch. Okay, so I would like to remind you, we've already called back this. Anon, shouldn't you be a little more fucking understanding to the woman who you saw as she lost her friend, and also you attended the goddamn funeral? You saw her at the funeral, Anon. Shouldn't you be nicer? Oh, that's some burps. Like, seriously, Anon. I thought you were a better fucking person. Why are you being an asshole to someone that you know was at a funeral, crying her heart out and terrified to death? Anon's a Mary Sue, but, Trish sucks. The whole fucking point of the story is that Trish doesn't suck. Well, she does suck. She's terrible. She needs to learn her ways. But she's not an innate evil that has to be killed or something. Anyway. Also, he's 35. Why do you care about teen drama? I care about teen drama because I'm reading the story. Okay? I just want my teen drama. I'll apologize to Fang. I didn't want to make them uncomfortable. But regarding... Oh, wow, he's actually doing the pronoun thing right. Okay, points for Anon. But regarding their brother, Nasa, I shrugged. I know he sometimes gets the wrong idea, or is super bad with his words. But he's a good dino at heart. Give him a chance when you can. Wow, you can. Or at the very least, let's just agree to disagree about him and move on. Okay. So Anon's mature? I guess. Trish hardly seemed convinced, still staring at me with that nettoed gaze. But Reed, on the other hand, peered at me with an expression that seemed attentive for once, unmired by any cough overload. I could have been fooled to think it was all. No, he's onto you. Like, Reed is a world, like, like with Damien, his intelligence is social. He's smart socially speaking. He might be terrible with his, I mean, he's also a savant, but whatever. Giving both of them a parting smile. Here, let me just tear my snout off and give it to you so you can have it. I turned around, rejoining Olivia. She continued to draw. Reed and Trish both peering at me. Give it one last glance. Don't it just give you one last glance? Why did I have to peer with it? Resuming whatever conversation they were having before. And sure was pleasant. Olivia sarcastically remarked as I chuckled, giving an annoying smirk as she sighed. You're not giving her an annoying smile? No, I know. Everyone's fighting their own battles. Her own smile built on her snout as she continued doodling. A new technique with dipping the... you're just fucking copying the fucking video game. Doesn't mean I wasn't gonna destroy her shin with my footplate if she decided to battle me with her, mean stuff. I mean, yeah, that's the right move to make. Retro car fentanyl to break me. I mean, if you take enough carf, you'll float out eventually. Hold on, I'm waiting for someone to make the worst move of their fucking life in chat so I can beat them up for it. I'm waiting. No doubting that. I agree with the chuckle. Okay, that wasn't too bad, but I have some serious issues as I mentioned. Alright, lunchtime, baby. Our characters are just lunch boys. All they do is lunch. Even though Anon in his previous life wasn't all that food motivated. Like, he liked food. He knew what food was. But I wouldn't say he was defined by it. And neither was Olivia. Like, listen, I understand that she was very eating at house and dinner. But, like, at school and lunch, she wasn't, you know. Lunchtime, Olivia and I were just staring at the gourmet choices. The edges of our snouts watering. Ew, that's, you have a runny nose. Get a handkerchief. Cementing this moment as the high point of our day. Not the highest point, you say the high point of our day. We didn't even know where to begin. Myself rubbing my claws together as Olivia grabbed a tray. Two of us went ham. That looks good. I'll take it. Putting drinks to the side. Is that filet mignon? I'm grabbing it. What about pizza? Think it's any good? Pausing for a moment, I grab a slice of my old friend, the pseudo-pizza, the pizza mimic, holding the titanium crust with my claw. You don't have to say hard, by the way. You can just have some confidence in your metaphor, buddy. Have some confidence in your metaphor. And then tapped it against the metal bar. It dented. Why are you hitting it so hard? You bingus? That's property damage. I didn't mean the pizza. Olivia stared wide-eyed at the food items as I put back the lethal weapon. I wonder what the sauce is like, if, like, the crust is this hard. What's the sauce? Man, I wanted to get pizza yesterday, but I was home so... Like, yesterday, I was having a Christmas dinner, and I didn't get any fucking food. So I went home, and when I was home, wah-wah, Safi, guess what? All the stores are closed now. You came home just a little too late. You should have gone by the pizza store. We had the chance. Fuck me. He already could, because he had a lunch card. And it was like, no, there's no loan or anything. You can just get whatever. But fair enough. You could say that because he's poor, he tried to avoid being too much of a burden on people or himself in the future. That's fair enough. But I would like that to be pointed out at first. Because, you know, it's a fun thing to point out. Like, I always had a sweet tooth, or I always was a bit of a gourmet, but I never had the chance to express it. You know, he's a trans gourmet person. And on switching from poverty to rich. No. I answer before perking up. Ooh, are those ectons? By the time we read the cachet, we were... Why are you being so visual with your gags? Again, just make the fucking comic, man. A few containers stacked this up for another, so Olivia showed off her key card. I like how the key card is also for, like, this. It's so weird. There was nothing more satisfying than seeing a prize of all was $150. Why does your school even sell stuff like that? Jesus. Why don't you just extort the parents at this point? Go down to a clear 0. The two of us turned around, my foster sister resting the tray on her armrest as she wheeled herself beside me. He already said the two of us in the sentence, man. They're literally above each other in this frame. Nodding at passing dinosaurs who just won the lottery, most of them peering with awe at the moment. Like, also, it's 6th period and now it's lunchtime. I don't think there's 6 periods before lunchtime, man. Also, somewhat more important, you're gonna get a tummy ache, you bingus. I know you're very brave, Anon, but a tummy ache's a big deal. What the hell? Squirrel predators, Bay Area squirrels are killing and decapitating en masse study. What? That's a hell of a sentence. Okay, let's go back to the story. Because things are... we're back to... We find an empty table. Olivia placing the tray as we begin sifting through the food, organizing plates as I peered up. Trish, Reed, and Fang were at... Oh, wait, Trish, Reed, and Fang were at the lunch line, getting their own food as I paused. Why are you pausing? Knowing the group would be heading to the auditorium, joyfully discussing something as they disappeared with their trays into the hallway. Again, I have a huge issue with how everything is a single string of actions. It's just very confusing and difficult to keep track of. Let actions breathe with a full stop. Even after my conversation with Trish and Reed, I never felt any stranger to them. Oh shit, I almost hit the stop recording button. Whoops. I never felt any more stranger to them than this exact moment as Nasser and Naomi arrived, eyes blinking in disbelief at the sight of our feast. Again, the phrasing is such that it implies that you are the one blinking in disbelief. He paused, I almost got a bingo. Whoa. Noticing them, I dismissed my saddened thoughts, waving at them with a smile. At your saddened thoughts? Hey, you two want to sit with Olivia and me? Olivia and I, Anon. And then pointed some wraps. We haven't got you some food. I can't eat all this, so I'll get a tummy ache. I might be very brave, but a tummy ache's a big deal. Naomi waved with her hand, closing her eyes with that fake smile. Oh, that's all right. You see, I only eat vegan. Good thing we got you a vegan TLT. Broodje burger, ketchup, tomaten. Broodje burger, ketchup, tomaten. Broodje burger, ketchup, tomaten. That's how he does it with the SpongeBob in the burger episode. The pink parachute eyes reopened, shocking them as Olivia produced another wrap. And Anon said to get this foot-long Philly sub for you, Nasser. His entire face lit up. Shit, are you for real? The giant's an excited smile on his snout. It's my favorite choice. He looked at me as he sat, because Anon is the best, and he can do no wrong. Naomi blankly staring at the TLT I'd given her. How'd you even know I like that, Anon? I just guessed. I mean, you took one of everything. You didn't have to guess. He forgot the pickles! We called him Augurk. That episode still was funny. Still fucking weird. I love it. I love that everything he says about the burger also is actually burger terminology. It's fucking great. If my snout were a lie detector like Dinocchio, do you like Giorno? My snoot would have grown the length of the entire cafeteria. It's one lie, man. It grows a little bit. With all of us sat, we began eating, myself digging into the juicy filet mignon. know if those are supposed to be... I'm probably thinking of a different kind of meat. But I know there's like a Frenchy, a fancy French meat where it's like not supposed to be juicy. Like the sauce is supposed to do the work, but I'm probably thinking of something else. I think of tartar, but that's supposed to be like served half raw, right? I don't like medium rare. Okay? Okay? I'm confessing to it right here, right now. I like my meat well done. I don't like red meat. It's just weird to the texture. Blech. Blech. And all you fucking Americans are so, oh man, if it's well done, you're fucking... Fuck off. We didn't invent cooking for this. Here, eat your raw slab. Get out of my life. Also, why is this a fucking dill pickles? Why is that a hill you want to die on? I will kill you. So you can die on that hill of yours. Clearly so fucking important to you. All the while, Olivia cut into her oven-roasted brazzino. Nasa was tearing into the end of the gifted cell while Naomi modestly bit into her TLT. It just felt kind of nice, all four of us eating like a group. Oh. Yeah, like, there's so many moments where they could hint at the past timeline and just don't. Like, even just in, like, a wink-wink, nudge-nudge, smile kind of way where it's not really, you know. I have committed Grillhouse, thank you. And I will continue to do so for the rest of my goddamn life. I do not like undercooked meat. I do not. I mean, admittedly, I don't like shrimp either for similar reasons. Let's put on a different track. I'm getting a little sick and tired of this one. Yeah, let's go with this. I like this song, it's great. I like how he's like, fuck kind of nice as a group, you know? Kind of weird, because you never ever ate with these people at once. You've eaten with Olivia and Nasser, and Naomi and Nasser. But never like this. Good, guess food realists have that ability to bring everyone together. I was about to chomp down the last bit of filet mignon, only to pause, snout left open and fork halted. Stella was looking directly at me from another table, eyes widening as she turned away. Pretending to mind her own business with the Segasaurus ate some homemade bento box. Frowning slightly, I wondered for a moment what the deal was before shrugging. Deciding now was not the time. I'll probably get a chance to talk to her at some point. We all finished our food. Nasa thanking us to eat the last of his soup. Thank you so much, you two. Though, I guess this means I'll never be able to pay you back for the lunch back at 7th grade. Oh yeah. Not that expensive, though. I chuckled, shaking my head. That's all good, bro. Still can't believe you remember that. Naomi then... Oh, what's it? Her tone was meager. She herself seemingly realized before she showed a plastic personality. What is this about a sandwich I hear? This sounds like an interesting story. Olivia answered, engrossed in a notebook as she drew. Nasser forgot his wallet on the dorm. So me, Anando, and Warden offered her some of our lunches to him. I guess it was kind of funny. Yeah, I still remember those dino nuggies you gave to me. It's just like, why the fuck did you bring those? Like, those don't keep. So an awkwardness came into his tone. I mean, Fang, she still loves those. I kept yours. Those are rotten by the time. Yeah, I kept them. I forgot to mention in the beginning, but aliens ever visit us, they are gonna get the infamous indomitable human spirit in the butt. They're gonna get the indomitable human spirit in the butt, or in our butts, depending on the situation and what tools are available. We'll make it work. Don't worry. We have adapters for all shapes and sizes. They gotta have the hip motion though, or the head motion. They gotta have something. I could see the baryonyx raising an eye. Raise your bets. About to open her snout only for the pterodactyl quickly says, speaking of which, what are you drawing right now? She ceased her doodling. Ugh. I don't care! Look at it yourself if you really want to. Don't care, don't care. This is completely useless stuff. God wanted aliens live, we would have made them in our image. Aliens are gonna put us in zoos, and I, for one, enjoy the regular feed. Oh yeah, this is actually kind of interesting. No, so try to explain it. Oh, hold on. Oh yeah, it's like, I'm glad you can still draw. Loses glasses first adequate so you can still draw. What's that supposed to mean? I'm just gonna skip to the end. Okay, no, we're not smoothing this over in a sentence. Just so good to see you can still draw. What's that supposed to mean? Olivia joke, turning a notebook around, she continued drawing. Unfortunately, I don't think NASA understood. I mean, even though I can't walk anymore, what I mean is that despite you being I'm not in a straitjacket, Nasser. What the hell? Dang it. Dang it. Ah, shit. Sometimes I wonder what part of Nasser's head picked out the worst wording to use in any situation. He finally stopped himself, eyes fluttering between Olivia and a wheelchair. I'm sorry. Olivia tilted her head. For what, dude? However, it seemed that in this brief moment of weakness, Naomi took advantage, cutting Olivia off with a cheery smile. For having to carry all that food for us. That was definitely not it. But NASA, for some reason, seemed to latch on to that explanation. The heck is this? Hold on. My trap has been sprung. I must now assault this person with information. He made the worst mistake of his life, because I had all these lined up and ready to shoot. As they say, shots fired. Free from taxes, Zoom might be true. I think any species that makes it to space doesn't really do money in the usual way anymore. The money economy just is not congruent with what it takes to go to space, in my opinion. It's too expensive, there's too little return of investment. It's humanity's passion project. The greatest passion project, because it requires us to stop being fucking stupid. I mean, it's fair enough. It's hard to go to space. It takes big brains. Very big brains. And a lot of economy. That was definitely not it, but Nas, for some reason, seemed to latch on to it. Yeah, he said with an unsteady smile. And, I'm going to the office to organize some papers. NASA, do you want to come with me? The exclamation point should be here, and the comma should be here, because the real statement is that, as our prostate accepts. No, I may offer, but it felt like urging as she stood up. More like commanding, you mean. Expectantly waiting. Sure. He quickly stood up, avoiding Olivia's gaze, joining Naomi as the two walked off, the pink parallel, waving goodbye at us, having once again doubled down on her frustratingly annoying persona. The fuck, NASA? At this point, I couldn't even get angry at Naomi, as he was outright going along with her to get away from us. Just when I thought everything was going well between us and him, it was just like he just slammed the wall down around him. Worst of all, Naomi looked down at her notebook with a sad expression on her face. Did I do something? I looked at her, realizing there were more important things to take care of at the moment, smiling warmly as I shook my head. Of course not. Nas is just dealing with some stuff like being stupid. He's got a big case of the idiots. She paused, but didn't even nod as she continued to peer. It's like this man wants me to get the bingos. I should just put up a thing that's like, here are 3 things. If we get 3 in a row, we get a point. And we see how many points we end up with. But that's too much record keeping for me. I'm too tired. What is this? My AU for Undertale is Torio has a Scottish accent that was so thick, nothing she said could be understood. It keeps everything in check. Why she's alone, why she doesn't get visitors, and why the main character wants to leave ASAP. Oh, I'm not going to bother right now. I can't do it without Nessie's text. It inspires me to do it correctly. Anyway, one more recording.